Ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed. Julio Jones has been traded to the Tennessee Titans. Wow, this is incredible. As by reported by Adam Scheffler, the Falcons will get a 2022 second-round pick and a 2023 fourth-round pick for Julio Jones and a sixth-round pick in 2023. Trade now official. So the Tennessee Titans get a sixth-round pick and Julio Jones, and then the Falcons get a fourth and a second. This is a interesting deal. Now, the real question in this scenario is, how good will Julio Jones be? Because the Titans, acquired, a Hall of Fame wide receiver in Julio Jones. The problem here is, will he play like a Larry Fitzgerald? Will he be good until the day he retires? Or will he fall off a fucking cliff? Because the Titans aren't a bad team. The Titans are really good. They have Derrick Henry, that monster. We don't need to talk anything more about him. Ryan Tannehill, who proven himself and is really underrated. And A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown idolized Julio Jones. I mean, he wears number 11 because of Jones. And plays a lot like Julio Jones. And, the Titans, this offseason, they lost two huge offensive pieces. Both of those players broke out this season. Corey Davis, wide receiver, who signed with the New York Jets, and Jonnu Smith, who signed with the New England Patriots for 4 years. And so now with Julio Jones, you fill in the Corey Davis slot, plus the Tennessee Titans re-signing two tight ends brings that back in. Now, granted, they lost a lot of speed due to, Davis and Smith's young age, but they still have the firepower with Brown, Henry, and now Jones. Now, for Atlanta, though, it's more of a downgrade, because let's think about it like this. You didn't select a quarterback, meaning that you aren't rebuilding as of right now. That might change in a couple of years, but you are looking to win now. You just got Arthur Smith, ironically from Tennessee, so that kind of helps Tennessee, which it did in the end, in getting Julio Jones. But you selected Kyle Pitts, tight end. And, it's just a interesting decision from Atlanta. I would get it if you were trying to rebuild, because that makes sense, right? It makes sense if you're trying to rebuild. And I get it that Julio or Ryan were going to end up leaving Atlanta, and it just happened to be that Julio was the one to do it. Personally, I felt like in this type of scenario, if one of them had to leave, I think Matt Ryan should have been the one to go. And here's why. Matt Ryan is still a good quarterback. So there's still value in Matt Ryan. And there are a couple teams that could have used Matt Ryan. If you get Matt Ryan and Julio Jones for the season, but you could restructure their contract. Because look at Tampa Bay. Hell, look at Tennessee Titans. They restructured Ryan Tannehill's contract for Julio Jones. So you could have restructured Julio's or Ryan's contract in order to sign your players from the draft, like Kyle Pitts, and like your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, and seventh round picks, and even undrafted players. So I feel like if this was just me, you keep both Ryan and Julio, even if Julio holds out. That's fine. That is completely fine. You draft your quarterback, right? He sits behind Ryan. The season after, you trade him to an AFC team, maybe the Colts, if Carson Wentz does not go well. And then Justin Fields or Matt Jones steps in and takes over the mantle, right? And then, in that case, unfortunately happens where Julio wants out. You trade Julio as well to a different team and then draft a wide receiver in the second round, right? Because you still have Calvin Ridley, who is still a monster. And you technically still have Hurts, who is still a tight end, who is a first round tight end that you got last year from Baltimore. So, and for Tennessee, this is a good thing. Tennessee, I believe, won this draft. Unless Atlanta somehow gets like a Hall of Famer and Julio Jones just struggles. But I said the Tennessee Titans get a A for this draft. They didn't give up a first round pick. They played it smart. And for Atlanta, I'm gonna give them like a B. You know, it wasn't terrible, but I feel like you could have done way more with restructuring and mainly just draft as well. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Tennessee Titans won this draft? Do you think that Atlanta won this draft? Do you think that Atlanta should have done things differently? Tell me guys in the comment section down below. I know it's been a while since I posted a video on this channel. But hey, the Justin Herbert video got over 1,000 views, 1.1k. That's my most viewed video, just me being wrong about. God damn it. Yeah. So yeah, this is just my opinion on this entire situation and kind of breaking news. So yeah, if you guys want me to make a video about something, I'll probably try my best to do it. And yeah, see you guys next time when we do something else.